Hi there and welcome to the Tuesday Tune-In. I am Nikkola of Nikkola, and this is a weekly show that really gives you an opportunity to tune in with yourself. And I'm going to offer you some stories and experiences and insights and some tips and tricks along the way to help you take the next leap in your life. And I hope you'll join me every week and give me some love if you're on the line. Show me that you're here. So today's topic is how your lack of self-worth may be blocking a flow of love, an energetic flow of love that could come into your life, even in the lunchroom at work. Now, there are lots of different ways to talk about self-worth, and I want to offer an entry point that we might think about this, and it's really common and something we deal with on a daily basis, and that is in compliments. So have a think for yourself. How do you receive compliments? If somebody says to you, "You look amazing in that dress," or "You did so well on that presentation," how do you feel? Do your cheeks start to burn? Does your stomach start to churn? Do you get hot and flustered and do everything in your power to turn down that compliment? So how do we turn it down? These are some of the common ones that come up, and I'm sure you notice yourself saying it all the time and notice other people doing it as well. So let's say it is about the, you look fantastic in that outfit. The most common line is, "Oh, I just threw it together." Or, "Oh yeah, but it feels a bit tight around here. I wish it did this thing." Or another example, maybe it's about something you did at work, a paper that you wrote, or a presentation that you did. You fob off the compliment by saying, "Actually, John, I did most of the work on that." Or, "It was a team effort. Oh, I really wasn't happy with it. I threw it together last minute." All these kinds of things. I've got one more, and I did it to my beautiful friend on the weekend, and I didn't even notice as I was saying it. She said, "How beautiful it is that you have a garden that you can look out on, green lawns." And I said, "Yeah, but gosh, they're hard to mow." I deflected that straight back out. So I think the next step is to try and understand, and this is the deep stuff, why it is that we don't like receiving compliments. And I know for some people, this is like such a painful point. They'll do everything they can to avoid it. So let's think about that. For me, there's a couple of things, and I imagine this will resonate. The first being a fear of people believing that we're full of ourselves. Gosh, and I have a story that goes right back to being in about year 4 at school, where, a kid said to me, "You're so stuck up," and I didn't even know what that meant at the time. And when I did find out, I was devastated, and it's really scarred me. It's stayed with me, the sense that others might think that I have a self-inflated, an inflated sense of ego about what I'm good at. So that's something that might prevent us from receiving compliments. That's closely linked to the tall poppy syndrome. So in Australia, while there are lots of beautiful essential qualities about our culture, the tall poppy thing is really damaging. We're not encouraged, we're not raised to believe in our own self-worth, and that is something of merit just in and of itself. And that is quite crippling, actually. The flip side to that story is that if we're all struggling together, we all have low self-esteem together, we all struggle together, at least we're together, and that mentality means that it's very hard for somebody to do well and then to receive that praise when they are, when they are given it. A similar one is that you've got a fear of outshining other people, very similar to tall poppy, and that you feel like if I receive this and that person doesn't feel good in their outfit, or they don't feel good about the work that they've been doing lately, then maybe me receiving that compliment is going to be a further, validation that they're not good enough. Crazy that that's a fear. And then surely underneath all of that is that we think we don't deserve the compliment. So this is core, this is very, very deep work. And as I said, compliments is just one entry point into doing that, into sort of talking about this. So what happens when we turn down a compliment? I think it's two things. First, we are blocking the energetic flow of love from one person to another. So if we imagine and believe that love is something that circulates, we're like blocking that circulation immediately. And you can feel it. So if you're the person giving the compliment and they throw it back at you, you can kind of feel it. Be like, oh, okay, I wish I kind of hadn't said that. I was just trying to be nice and show some appreciation for something that another person did, and you kind of get it back. So that's the second thing. You take away from the other person their opportunity to give you love. And if love is about circulation, if this is something that goes around and around, you have to receive in order to give. Just let that land for a second. It can't be one-sided. It has to go in as an exchange. So what can we do? My suggestion, and I have had some beautiful training on this from an amazing woman called Nikkola in the US, and we practiced this, I think, for an hour, receiving compliments, and it was so hard at the beginning. So I won't pretend that this is just going to, click into place immediately, but it is something that you can consciously work on, and that it is such a beautiful feeling. So firstly, take a beat. As soon as someone gives you a compliment, take a beat. That is a split second that allows you to step outside of your ego, your programmed thinking. Take a beat. And then say thank you. Simple as anything, just to say thank you. You could go more than that. You could say, I really appreciate that. And go next level and say, I receive that. You could go even a level above that, and you could look someone in the eye and say, thank you, I received that. It's big. It's such a big thing to do. And of course, smile. Smile and laughter are always a gateway into love. And when you've had that exchange, let it land. This is a gift that somebody is giving to you, and you deserve that gift. You absolutely deserve it. So let it sit with you. Let it kind of resonate through your cells. As I said, this is like such big work, this self-worth work, and receiving compliments is just an entry point into that. So reflection questions for this week. Where in your life do you feel worthy? Where in your life do you not feel worthy? And how is this level of worth, of these areas that it does not feel good, impacting on your life? How is it impacting on your relationships and your daily exchanges? And what could be possible if you were to stretch a bit on the amount of love that you could receive? So the reason I chose this topic today was because on the weekend it was my birthday, and I received some very beautiful messages and lots of kindness from my friends, and I struggled with the same thing. All of those fears came up, and I avoided letting that love in, but I was so willing to grow on this point because I know the impact that it can have on your life. So I took the, sort of gut-wrenching leap to sit down and receive all of those things and let all of those beautiful messages land. One which was from Kelly, who's just joined. And, as much as it was hard, as much as it caused me some anxiety at the beginning, I definitely avoided the hell out of it for as long as I possibly could. I felt amazing after. Amazing. I got to give the love back. So I let the love come in, and then I said a thank you message, and there was an energetic exchange between two people. Beautiful. So I really encourage you to stay tuned for my blog this week, which will come out. Actually, I'm not going to say when it will come out because life has a habit of guiding me in different directions at different times this week. And I'm going to dive deeper into what it is that gives, what is it that causes a lot of that self-worth struggle. And I'm going to refer to the work of one of my favorite authors, Gay Hendricks. So stay tuned for that. and I will see you next week. Thank you for being you. Mwah.